Firefighters defend Tahoe Basin's homes, beauty from Caldor Fire assault. Firefighters battled the monstrous Caldor Fire on Tuesday, protecting alpine communities and shielding some of the country's most beloved outdoor playgrounds in the Tahoe Basin. Gusting winds roared through the region carrying embers that breached defense lines and threatened swaths of South Lake Tahoe, which completed an unprecedented citywide evacuation of its 22,000 residents Monday. Fire officials said their strategy was to keep the fire on the north side of Highway 88, where new orders to evacuate were issued Tuesday evening. That was good news for the Kirkwood ski resort, which sits south of Highway 88. An offshoot of the 199,632-acre fire approached the resort early in the day, but private firefighters stationed there were prepared to shore up the lodge and other buildings, as they did to save the Sierra-at-Tahoe resort on Monday. The Heavenly Mountain Resort is well north of 88, in a danger zone near the southeastern tip of Lake Tahoe. Maps show the flames as close as 4 miles from parts of the resort. The head of the fire has not made it into Heavenly yet, Eric Schwab, Cal Fire's operations section chief, said shortly after 5 p.m. "We don't have any tools out there to stop the fire, so we're herding it away from structures. What's keeping the fire going at this point are the winds and the hot, dry air that together are blowing embers into very old, very dense trees that haven't burned since before 1940, said Steve Vollmer, Cal Fire's fire behavior manager, at Tuesday's evening briefing. The winds were expected to ease only slightly Wednesday and lighten considerably by Thursday, said Jim Dudley, a Cal Fire meteorologist. There's light at the end of the tunnel, he said. That will make for a much better situation in the fire footprint. Firefighters have already contained the western portion of the fire zone, including the communities of Pollock Pines and Grizzly Flats, officials said. And residents are clamoring to return home, although that can't happen until fire officials declare the area safe. Late Tuesday, firefighters strengthened defenses against flames burning in the forest near the Pioneer Trail, a main thoroughfare off Highway 50 on the eastern edge of the city. Todd Flowers watched a line of engines head down a side street to the fire front. This was personal. He lives in the neighborhood. Flowers spends the fire off-season working to prevent what he was now seeing in his own neighborhood, overseeing prescribed burns and fuel reduction projects for the U.S. Forest Service. He hopes that effort has saved some homes. But he also knows the wind, drought, and a century of fire suppression in the forest has set the stage for a fierce battle. All our work is being tested by this fire, he said.